Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And Teal sent us a lovely 6x6 puzzle a couple of months ago, and since we enjoyed it, has sent us another. So I'm going to have a go at this today. Now, just be warned, it's not what you might consider normal 6x6 rules, so read the rules carefully. If you're going to try the puzzle, let me just quickly advertise our Patreon content, which includes all sorts of stuff, crosswords and Sudokus and extra content, extra packs, and of course our monthly hunts. And that is always available. Do join us for $2 or $3 a month for some extra wonderful stuff there. On Patreon, there's also, of course, all of our apps on the links under the video. They are fantastic too and great value also, as is Sven's Sudoku Pad and almost our merchandise too. But check them all out, there's great stuff. But the first link is to this puzzle called Consecutive by Teal. So I'm going to go through the rules now. I can't remember if this is mean mini or something else, but we have to place a subset of the digits 1 to 9 in each row, column and 3x2 box. And it's the same subset in each case. So I think the last time I did a 6x6, it could be different subsets in each case. But this time, it's the same 6 digits, of which there must be 6 each in the puzzle. Now, on a green line, the rest of the rules are what you might consider normal. On a green line, 2 adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. That's German whispers. A purple line must form a set of consecutive digits, but in any order. And the blue line, the box borders divide the blue line into 2 segments which add up to the same total. And the cages show their sums. That's it. Give it a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. But how do we start identifying the set of digits we need? There's not really a lot of clues here. So the blue line is often where I would start. This cell must be the sum of these 3. And the most they can add up to is 6 if they were a 1, 2 and a 3. So this is 6, 7, 8 or 9. Okay, so on the purple Renban line, we have a set of digits that are consecutive. They could be 9, 8, 7, 6. They couldn't be below 6, 5, 4, 3 because of this. And this one, where it crosses the whisper, has a difference of 5 with each side. I don't know, what does that mean? That means something. I feel that's an important crossing somehow. Yeah, I think these are the 6 digits in the puzzle. These ones are all consecutive, so they have to be different from each other. And the ones on this line surely have to be within 5 of this digit, whatever it is. Okay, these are the 6 digits in the puzzle. These 2 are obviously different from each other. They're 5 different from that, but that can't be 5 different from any of these. Now we've got to have some low ones for this line. This line, any 3-cell group of digits that add up to 1 Sudoku digit must have 2 of the lowest 3 digits, must have 2 out of 1, 2, 3 in it. And, well, you could have 3 on this line if it was 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's beautiful. Right, that is not what's happening. 3 is not 1. Oh no, hang on. This is not 3, 4, 5, 6 as a line. Because that would be a 6 and this would be 3, 2, 1. And then the 6 digits in use would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, I've got a better formulation of what the 6 digits in use in this puzzle are. And this is weird, but I think this is better, even though I could specify it was those 6 on the plus shape. It is 6 of these 7 yellow cells are in use in this puzzle, but I think this is more helpful. And the way I'm seeing this now is that I think 1 and 2 have to be on the line, on the blue line, and not on the purple line. Now, is that right? Let me just think about that. If 1 and 2 weren't on the blue line, if only one of them was on the blue line, we still need 2 of the digits from 1, 2, 3. So 3 would have to be on the line here, along with a lower digit that was 1 or 2. Yeah, okay, the important point about these 7 cells is that there is a repeat digit within them. At least one, just because that must be true of any 7 cells in this grid. Now, what is the repeat digit that appears in that blue segment, but also in this purple segment? And my answer to you is that it is not 1 or 2, because that can't go in the purple. Therefore, it is a digit that is not 1 or 2 that appears in the blue. Now, the first case I'm now going to postulate, we go back to what I was trying to say a moment ago, is if this blue segment, well, let's say if this was 1, 2, 3, making a 6 there, this would be 3, 4, 5. But these digits, which would sit next to a 3, 4, or 5 on a green line, could only be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Well, you can have 1 next to 6, but you couldn't achieve 2 such differences. So that is not happening. So actually, this is not a 6 by that token. Now, I'm also going to say that the repeat digit, well, now that's not a 6. And I think that was justified. If this was 1, 2, 3, and that was 6, one of those digits has to repeat, yeah, and we've just proved that doesn't happen. So this is not a 6. Now, none of 1, 2, or 3 can be on this line, and the 2 low digits that appear here are not on this line and are the other 2 digits. They appear up here. However, one of the digits on this line does repeat on this blue line. So one of these 3, which is not 1, 2, or 3, is on this line. And this is the way to look at it. The digit that does appear on this line and also on this one has to be within 3 of this digit by the rule of the purple line here. Because if you used the maximum here, say 9, and the minimum here, say 6, although it could appear in any of those cells, that has a difference of 3. That is the that is the maximum difference between 2 digits on this line. But it is also the minimum difference between that digit and one of those on this line. And it must go with a 1 and a 2. So 1, 2, and X. Sorry, let me just use the letter tool. 1, 2, and X are there. That is 1 and 2 now. And these include X and the 2 digits between X and this one, which I'm going to call Y. So X is 3 lower than whatever this is. So this is either 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 4, 5, 6, 7. And X is the lowest of those. Right. And whatever is here cannot be matching off on the green line against anything here, because they were all within 5 of it. So it must be matching off against 1 and 2 in those cells. And this number now has to be at least 7, because it's coming up next to a 2. So this is also 7, 8, or 9. Now we've ruled out 4 from appearing on this line. So X is 5 or 6. Now we have to do something else in the puzzle at this point. I don't know what. Oh, there's not many places 1 and 2 can go, actually. So 1 and 2 are a pair there because we know they appear in that threesome. They can't appear on this line, so they're a pair there. That gets rid of them in column 5. We've done them both. The other one in column 6 is not in this row where 1 and 2 appear there. It's not in this box where 1 and 2 already appear, so it's here. How can we keep going on 1s and 2s? Let's get rid of that yellow. I mean, it was interesting. That was a very interesting point. But let's, red the 1s and 2s. Now, only one of them can be there. Oh, we need another one in one of these 3 cells. Oh, we've got this purple line. This doesn't contain either 1 or 2 because, yeah, 3 and 4 are not in this puzzle. These are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 2, 6. 3 and 4 are not in the puzzle. Therefore, this doesn't involve either 1 or 2 because it can't be both because of that. So, this is a high digit and this is a low digit, and 3 and 4 are not in the puzzle, so that must be 1 or 2. This box, this cage, is going to need, it can't have a 3 in it, so it's going to need a 1 or a 2 in it. That's going to have to go here. Now we need 2 1s and 2s in each cage, box, region, etc. We're not going to have any here. We're going to have 2 of these. We've got them for this. That is not going to be 1. We're not going to have 1 on the purple line, so that is the other one in box 1. That is now X, not 1 or 2. And these are definitely 1 and 2. And red, and there we go. We've positioned all the 1s and 2s. That is 8 or 9. This one is 6 or 7. This digit is consecutive with 8 or 9, and that one's consecutive with 6 or 7. This one is distant from 1 or 2. Ah, okay, this is interesting. How do we resolve the rest of this? This is 5 or 6, isn't it? We do know that. Oh, so, well, these can be no more than 3 apart because they both appear on this line. Okay, so they could still be 6 and 9 or 5 and 8, sorry. Those are 3 apart. So maybe forget the reds. We know where all the 1s and 2s are. Let's look at the others and let's kind of go paler to... Well, the constructor is called teal, so maybe we should use shades of blue and green. Blue for the lowest digit and bright green for the highest. I don't know, maybe this isn't going to... Oh no, that is where the lowest digit goes. That's just Sudoku in this row. So that is the low digit of the bright blue one. Now these 2 are the middling digits, so they don't include 9, and they don't include 5, and they do include 7. This is a consecutive pair, basically. This could be its own little purple line of 6, 7, or 7, 8. These are the middling digits, because these are the extreme ones that are 3 apart. So these include a 7, so that's not a 7. The highest digit is 8 or 9. Doesn't mean I can colour that green yet, I don't think. But these are the middling digits, either 6, 7 or 7, 8. So let's give them colours, actually. Let's not go other... Well, okay, yellow and dark blue. Now, can I get any further with my putative colour scheme? This is yellow and dark blue. This one, these ones are green and bright blue. Yellow is up here. How does this work now? This one connects to that. And this one can't be yellow. It can't be bright green either, because it's not 8 or 9. So it's one of the blue shades. I don't know. This has to be quite different from 1 or 2. Ooh, I don't know. I suspect that will be important. I mean, there is a line there after all. I don't know here. Right, if that went 172, that would be a 6. How do we resolve this? These two, are they definitely the highest? No, that could be 8. 7 are, but... Oh, right, let's colour... Right, sorry, let's colour my 1s and 2s against each other in red and grey. Sorry, red, grey. Because we might find something in the 2 cages. Look, we get different digits in the 2 cages when I colour these against each other. And what does that mean? That means something. That means that if this was a 7, that would be a 1, that would be a 2, this would be an 8. So one of the possibilities there is 7 and 8. But the other one is 6 here and 9 here. And that would only work with 8 here and 7 here, because those numbers are needed to join up the set. It looks like that does work. I thought this was very interesting. I think it's so much more likely that that's 7 and that's 8. If that's 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's therefore yellow. If that's 6, that's 9, and is green. Oh, okay, here's why this is not bright blue. Oh, that's very simple, and I just didn't see it. Why is this not bright blue? Because where does the bright blue in this column go? It would have to go here, but that is not a 6 or a 7. So this is dark blue. Isn't that neat? Now, does that actually do anything? Yes, it makes this dark blue, and this. And these are now green and yellow. Now, which one cannot touch dark blue out of green and yellow? I don't see that I know that. Bright blue can't touch dark green. That much we know. Sorry, bright blue can't touch the green colour, is what I'm trying to say there. Now, maybe I can just do this by Sudoku and colouring at this point. I don't even know. This is confusing me, this puzzle. Right, I'm now going to say, do these 4 cells have to all be different? They do, unless that can be the same as that. In which case this would be in the middle of those two, which is actually possible. But this is touching dark blue, which I know touches yellow, but I don't know whether dark blue touches bright blue or green. And this is yellow or green. These in fact are a yellow-green pair. That is yellow or green as well. In fact, there's quite a lot of yellow or green around. Whatever that is has to be there in column 2. So that is also yellow or green. And no, it doesn't mean it is the same as that. The fact that I've got optionality in the cage, in the cell, means I cannot rely on that being exactly the same colour. So I'm sorry, I'm being a bit dense here, but I want to get this right, and I'm being quite entertained by it, so no problem on that score. Grey, blue, red at the top. Oh, I'm so confused. Blue is in one of those cells, dark blue. These ones include bright blue. Bright blue surely cannot be next to 8 or 9, because bright blue is 5 or 6. Yeah, it can't be in any circumstance. So that's bright blue. And this is the other of yellow and thingy green. Now these are bright blue and light blue. These are yellow and green. And I don't think I'm any closer to knowing what is what. This is one of those colours. But this is one of 3 colours. And that is where my cunning schemes are all foundering on that cell. So now that does have to be the same as this. Oh, there we go. Well, that'll do it. That has to be this. In column 1, where does this cell go? It obviously doesn't go there. It must go there. And now these have to join. So be consecutive is what I mean by join. I think I've used that very liberally, and that's always what I've meant. So that's a 7 and 8. That's a 1. All the reds are 1s. Let's do it by colour now. All the greys are 2s. Okay, this has to be an 8 for the 10 cage. That has to be an 8 by Sudoku. So that has become yellow, and that. They're definitely yellow. These all, no, those all aren't yellow. That must be yellow, and is 8. This is not 8. More importantly, this is not 8. This green baby is 9. And this now must be 6 to make the calculation work. That's a 7. 6, 8, 7, 9 on the thermo. And we're using 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the puzzle, and it's all going to make sense. And look, this German whisper is going to do the final job, which is strange and wonderful. That's a 7. That's an 8, 7 pair. Let's get rid of all the colour. It's done its job beautifully. And this has to be a 7 to make the whisper work. 6 there, 9, 6, 9, 6, 8, 9. That's thoroughly unexpected way of the puzzle resolving. Oh, I didn't get a tick. Have I got something wrong? What's wrong in this? That purple line works, that purple line works, that one does, that green line works, that green line works, this blue line works, the cage works, the cage works. Maybe the solution hasn't been input. Puzzle doesn't include solution. It does. Sven's software currently does not like this, I presume because I've used no 3s, 4s and 5s. Anyway, that is the right solution, and it is a very clever puzzle. It is the only solution. We've proved that, and it is correct. And by the time you solve it in the software, the solution will be in there, so don't worry at all. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.